Next Level Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Today's the day it all begins again. Welcome to this opening week SFL matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Carolina Skyhawks. Today's game is being broadcast live from the SFL Vegas Bowl. I'm Liam Crowther, your commentator for today's clash. Both of these franchises have gone through significant transitions over the past off-season. Big on-field story is the return of Logan Jack to Raleigh, where he picks up the reins of the Lycans rushing game in an opening week matchup against his former team. Off the field, the Skyhawks are under new ownership, with Shravan Prasad flying into ownership alongside his brother Harish. Well-loved owner James Klein has stepped aside, and everybody here at the SFL wishes him and his family all the best. Preparing for coin toss at this tie at the David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium. The Carolina Skyhawks with a great rebranding effort. Really nice seeing some of these jerseys around on the floor of this Las Vegas Convention Center. That is head, and it looks as though we will see the Carolina Skyhawks kicking to start this game. And so we shall begin. The Carolina Skyhawks kicking from right to left in their black, blue and red. Los Angeles Lakers in white, yellow and blue. And the SFL season is underway here at David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium. Returned up to the 19-yard line in a bit. And we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers offense come onto the field. Quarterback Sully Richardson, running back Logan Jack, the former Carolina Skyhawks player, coming back to Raleigh to try and turn the tide on his former team. Tommy Rahman at fullback, Elsie Pryor, Chris Lee, Shay Carroll as their wide receivers. Tight end Jack Flash, Jamarcus Candy and Vladimir Dunham on the offensive line, and Bob Dunham at centre. And that is going to be a screen pass there. Picks up about 6 yards for the Los Angeles Lakers, and they are on their way with the first defensive yards of their SFL season. So the Carolina Skyhawks coming out trying to stifle this offense under Sully Richardson, coming out in a weak power rye. Looks like lining up in sort of a strong set here. Carolina Skyhawks linebacker shifting, and that is going to be pick up of about 4 yards. They're going to call it 3rd and inches, the referees there. And Los Angeles Lakers, an early 3rd down conversion attempt coming up for them. Carolina Skyhawks and their defense coming out trying to stop the Los Angeles Lakers on 3rd and inches. And it's a run up the middle, and it is going to be just about enough. That man again, Logan Jack, going to pick up the yardage there. 5'11", 210 pounds. And he is a veteran running back that the Los Angeles Lakers will need to make the most of if they want to compete and really push on after what was not a great season for them last season. 4-8. I formation twins here out to the strong side. That is going to be a run up the weak side, and that is a nice pickup of gain of yards there. 8 yards on the rush for Logan Jack. Los Angeles Lakers plugging away on their 39-yard line now. Started this drive on the 20. Single back set here with trips out to the strong side. 3-step drop, and that is a catch. And that is a thumping tackle. Number 82 is going to be Elsie Pryor with the reception. Great start here from the Los Angeles Lakers, just plugging away at this Carolina Skyhawks defense, just hoping to wear down this Carolina Skyhawks defense as they push forward. Three wide receivers out wide here, and a fullback and a running back. That's going to be to the fullback, it looks like, and that is broken up. Excellent tackle there by number 59 of the Carolina Skyhawks. It's going to be Clint Hendershot, a veteran of this league, 12 seasons in the league so far, and a three-time All-Star, an excellent player by any measure. Another single back set here for the Los Angeles Lycans. And the line for the Carolina Skyhawks shifting. And it's going to be a throw into the flat, and that is a thumping tackle from number 99 of the Carolina Skyhawks. Shravan Prasad, excellent tackle there. The new owner, co-owner alongside Harish, and best of luck to him and this Carolina Skyhawks team as they push onwards. It's been a bit of a difficult road for the Skyhawks. Only one winning season since season 6, that was in season 11, and no playoff wins, but they'll be looking to make the most of this new ownership and new branding as the Los Angeles Lycans are throw to number 89 of the Los Angeles Lycans, Shea Carroll, an excellent wide receiver, previously of the Jacksonville Kings, 10 seasons in the league, and that is another first down. The Los Angeles Lycans with an excellent drive to start this game at the SFL Vegas Bowl. 7 minutes 30 on the clock, and the Los Angeles Lycans are driving. They're going to come out in a quad set here. And that is a throw, and that is a catch, and that is going to be a massive pickup for the Los Angeles Lycans all the way up to the Carolina Skyhawks 21-yard line. Number 82 for the Los Angeles Lycans. That's Elsie Pryor with an excellent reception, and the Los Angeles Lycans are deep into Carolina Skyhawks territory early in this first game of the season for both of these teams. Los Angeles Lycans coming back out now, trying to drive into the red zone. 21 yards to go until the end zone. 3 wide receivers out set in the shotgun. Steps back, and that is a throw, and looked like the check down there for Sully Richardson. No chance of getting that caught. He was covered extremely well there by that Carolina Skyhawks defense. Los Angeles Lycans down 2nd and 10 on the Carolina Skyhawks 21-yard line. Syndham goes to this 3 wide receiver set with these 3 wide receivers to the strong side quite a bit. 3-step drop, a nice catch, and a pickup of 6 yards for the Los Angeles Lycans. That was number 82 on the reception there. Elsie Pryor again with another reception. 5 seasons in the league, and hoping to really make a mark under this Los Angeles Lycans offense. 3 wide receivers out wide here, and the fullback and the running back in position. That is going to be a stand-up 90x hot, and that is going to be a penalty. This looks like it could be a defensive penalty on the Skyhawks. Let's see what the call is from R62 here. That looks like a clipping rule there of some kind, and the Skyhawks will take that. So that's going to push the Lycans back a bit, looking to get on the board early here. They're within field goal range, but that's going to hurt them as they attempt to get that first touchdown of the season. And Sully Richardson, Logan Jack, and his wide receiving core frustrated by a lack of offensive discipline there. 5 out wide here, empty in the shotgun, so this is going to be a big play attempt, we would think here. They're going to go for an out route, and that's going to pick up around about 5 yards there. And that will bring up 4th down. So the Los Angeles Lycans, looks like they're going to bring in a field goal unit out and try and tack on the first 3 of the game. And good hold by the Carolina Skyhawks there to prevent a touchdown. Kicker for the Los Angeles Lycans, this is Sid O'Lindy. 2 seasons in the league so far. Snap is good, the kick is up, and that is going to be 3 points. first points of the season for the Los Angeles Lycans, and they take the lead here against the Carolina Skyhawks at David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium. Los Angeles Lycans, Sid O'Lindy setting up to take the kick. And the Carolina Skyhawks will be looking for a big play here with their first offensive drive of the game. That's going to be a good return all the way up to the 25. There is a penalty on the play. Let's see the referees pick up that laundry off of the field and see what exactly is going on here. Zoma on the return. There's going to be a face mask. Oh no, offensive holding is going to be the call against the Skyhawks. So that is going to push the Skyhawks back into their own 20. And the Carolina Skyhawks and also LA showing a little bit of rust in the gears as they get into their offensive sets and get into their special team sets, all this stuff that they've been preparing during the off-season. We're going to see the Carolina Skyhawks come out in an I formation to start their offensive drive. That's going to be a run up the weak side, and that is a big run for Sudo Nakai, formerly of the Lone Star Glory, and that is an excellent start to the season for Sudo Nakai, picking up a first down, and the Carolina Skyhawks will want to ride him and Hattori Hanzo all the way to victory in this opening week matchup. Matt South under center for the Carolina Skyhawks, and let's go through that full Carolina Skyhawks offense. Matt South, of course, Sudo Nakai, Hattori Hanzo, the wide receiving core, Sam Avolis, Tony Zoma, Harish Prasad, at tight end, Vince DeSantis, and the offensive line at left guard, Rylan Cardell, formerly of the Lone Star Glory. Few Lone Star Glory players have come over to this Carolina Skyhawks team. Formerly of the Los Angeles Lycans as well, we have Danny Stinson on their defense. Carolina Skyhawks, though, coming out in a single back set here. 3 wide receivers set out wide. And that is going to be another first down for the Carolina Skyhawks. They are rolling, and they are up to the Carolina 40 line, and they will want to keep this offensive momentum up and really drive forward and push on to victory here. Carolina in the split back set here. 2 wide receivers set out wide. You like to see teams throw the out route here. And that's going to be a run up the middle instead, and that is going to be Sudo Nakai again. No, apologies. That's Hattori Hanzo with the handoff. So they're going to the fullback, and you see a lot of teams in the SFL that go to the fullback, and they'll have their smash and dash. They have the finesse back in Sudo Nakai, only 5'7", and then Hattori Hanzo just blasting up the middle and powering through and creating gaps in that defensive line. 3-step drop here for the Carolina Skyhawks, and that's going to be an out route in the bunch set, single back bunch set, and that's going to be 86 for the Carolina Skyhawks, and that's going to be Vince DeSantis, the tight end. You know what Mike Gaggs always likes to say, throw it to the tight end, and that is another big play for the Carolina Skyhawks early in this opening week matchup. Strong set here, so that's going to be a run up the middle, and that is going to be about a yard for Sudo Nakai there. This Los Angeles Lycans team have had a lot of success of late, whether it's been under their previous incarnation as the Chicago Wildcats or their current persona, but a bit of a dip last season, going to 4-8. I'll be looking to push on and capitalise and really drive back into the playoffs under the leadership of Rochelle Colston as head coach and Tom Rahman and Sully Richardson as their coordinators. So the Carolina Skyhawks now coming back out in a shotgun set. 1 back to the weak side of the quarterback here. They've got 4 wide receivers out wide, so a really aggressive formation here. And that's a really aggressive pass, and that is an excellent deflection from number 32 of the Los Angeles Lycans. And that is Jack Hacksaw with what should have been an interception. You've got to pick those plays off and drive it back to get some points on the turnover. But the Los Angeles Lycans, they'll take that anyway. It's 4th down now for the Carolina Skyhawks. And a narrow escape for the Skyhawks there. And the punt is up. A lot of pressure coming in the face of the punter there. And that is going to drop very nicely for the Carolina Skyhawks. That's going to be to the Los Angeles Lycans 5-yard line. 1 minute 25 left in this first quarter. It has been a defensive struggle. Los Angeles with the only points of the game so far, courtesy of a Sid O'Lindy field goal. Let's go for the Carolina Skyhawks defense. Defensive linemen, we have Ryan Ray, Christopher Colon, Bobo Cordell and Phil Hall. The linebacking core of Clint Hendershot, Danny Stinson and Trevon Prasad. That's a nice defensive push up front from both of those cores. Number 92 on the tackle there, that's Phil Hall. The Carolina Skyhawks defensive secondary, Tristan Hatley, Skippy Curtis, drafted in the SFL draft at pick 6 from Lincoln. Davidson Joseph, Monte Wyatt, Kane Vasquez and Lincoln Kingseed round out that core. And that is a bumping tackle from number 59 of the Carolina Skyhawks. That is Clint Hendershot. So 3rd and 10 for Los Angeles Lycans. Nothing doing on this offensive drive, and it has been the story of the game so far. A single back quad sets, you see like teams come out and throw a lot of slants plays in this situation, and they did there. Number 47 nearly picks that off. Kingseed with a glorious opportunity. A former Lone Star Glory player from season 16's come back to the Carolina Skyhawks, and a very close miss there for the Skyhawks. So LA did nothing on that offensive drive. They're going to come out and they're going to punt it in really dangerous territory. And that is very close again to being blocked. And that is going to be excellent field position and maybe a little bit more for the Skyhawks. But in the end, it will be up to the 28-yard line. And that field position battle with that punt from the Skyhawks really paying dividends here. And it will be a 1st and 10 for the Carolina Skyhawks on the LA 28-yard line. Defensive personnel for the Los Angeles Lycans, Brogan Sparrow, Ace Blackwell, John Nevels and Gary Marks on the defensive line. Linebacking core, Tazzy Blackwell, Chad Stinson and Buddy Blaze. And it looks like number 24 on that tackle, that is Ryan Proster. The rest of the defensive secondary for the Los Angeles Lycans, Mike Scott, Jack Hacksaw, TD Jack, Rochelle Colston and Ryan Yosef. And that will bring an end to the first quarter. It's 3-0 to the Los Angeles Lycans here at the end of the first quarter. You're watching the SFL live from HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Liam Krautzer and you are watching this opening week matchup between the Los Angeles Lycans and the Carolina Skyhawks of the Simulation Football League. Run up the middle here, and that is a thumping tackle from number 22, Ryan Yosef, to prevent that first down, and it is 3rd and inches for the Carolina Skyhawks. Excellent field position to start this drive, and they will feel hard done by if they can't translate that into 6 points here. Split back set, and they have no wide receivers out wide, so you'd expect a run here. Hattori Hanzo potentially rushing up the middle, and it will be a first down to pick up about 5 yards. That is number 48, Hattori Hanzo. 2 seasons in the league with the Carolina Skyhawks, and he is showing just what value you can get out of those power rushing fullbacks. number 10, Matt South, under centre, 7 seasons in the Simulation Football League. And he hands it off here. And that is a rush up the weak side. And that is going to be a nice pick of about 6 yards. That is back to Pseudo Nakai. The Carolina Skyhawks really mixing up this rushing game here. And they'll be looking to pound the ball into the end zone here with just 2 minutes gone out of the second quarter. 9:43 left of the half. I formation here for the Carolina Skyhawks. And that is a jump. The defensive line jump. And it's not going to matter because it's a touchdown for the Carolina Skyhawks. Number 44, Pseudo Nakai. They will pick up the laundry. And that will be a touchdown. The first touchdown of the season for the Carolina Skyhawks. Excellent play there from Pseudo Nakai. Number 32 managed to get a hand on Pseudo Nakai. That was Tazzy Blackwell, it looked like, and Jack Hacksaw coming in on the tackle. But unfortunately for the Carolina Skyhawks, unfortunately for LA Lycans, just not able to stop the Carolina Skyhawks from pounding that ball into the end zone there. Snap is good and the kick is up for the Carolina Skyhawks, and that will be a 7-3 lead here at David A. Richard Memorial Stadium. Number 17 setting up to kick off. That is Whistle Jones, put up the extra point, and now preparing to kick it back to this LA Lycans team. Offensive play has been stifled throughout today, but the Carolina Skyhawks just showing that field position is going to be key. And that is a bit of an odd return from number 89 of the LA Lycans, just not getting a good handle on it. That was Shea Carroll. Just not able to get a good beat on it. Maybe the spotlight here in this late night game here at the LA, at the Las Vegas Convention Center, where we're hosting this Vegas Bowl. HyperX Arena. Really impressive to see so many names from across our league. The LA Lycans with a 3-step drop, and that is a nice throw and a nice pickup of, would you believe it, 3 yards. Nice reception there. And LA just looking to build themselves up. Sully Richardson, experienced quarterback of one-time All-Star in season 15, 7 seasons in the league. He'll be looking to make it back to the All-Star game. Quad set here, ace quads it appears to be, out of single set. 3-step drop, and that's a throw and a catch. And that is up to the LA Lycans 36-yard line. A nice pickup there. The LA Lycans beginning to turn the screw a bit on this Carolina Skyhawks defense. And that was a very nice throw and a catch. Number 88 on the reception there, Chris Lee, just making it look effortless, the 4-year veteran. LA Lycans out in Trey Open, a favourite of a lot of coaches in the SFL. And that is a nice pass and catch, and that is on the out route to number 82, Elsie Pryor, again having her name called. And that is an excellent catch. LA Lycans back out on 2nd and 6. And that is going to be a weak eye formation. Looks like it could be TE flex here. So we see the tight end in the slot. And that is a run. And that is a nice pickup of yards. Just could have gone further to the outside, and there was a real lane there for Logan Jack, looking to make a real impact against his former team in the Carolina Skyhawks. 3rd and 1 here. The LA Lycans out in strong power I. Could see it go to the fullback here, Tommy Rahman. And it doesn't. It's actually to the running back, and now he's going to be stopped on 3rd and 1. And an excellent defensive play there by the Carolina Skyhawks. Number 93 on the play. And that was Christopher Cologne One-time All-Star, 10 seasons in the SFL. An excellent play there to hold up LA. And they're going to come out in strong eye here. And they're going to go for it, I think. They could be trying to tease the Skyhawks offside. A very experienced defensive line here. But they didn't show their experience there, and they have jumped off sides. And that is going to be a first down for the LA Lycans. And the LA Lycans, with 7 minutes left in this second quarter, just really putting a lot of pressure on the Carolina Skyhawks, and they just showed there such a strange thing to happen. Such a strong defensive line, over 40 seasons of experience in the SFL amongst this linebacking core and defensive line. Single back set here, and that's going to be a run, and that is going to be just a couple of yards there, it looks like, for Logan Jack. The LA Lycans back out, and they have a fullback and a halfback in this formation. 2 wide receivers out wide. Three-step drop here. That's a throw, and that is a dangerous catch, but oh no, he dropped it. That was a drop from number 88, Chris Lee. It looks like he had managed to get his hands around it. We see the slants plays run a lot in the SFL now, but Chris Lee just not able to get his hands around that, and that is a tribute to that excellent defensive secondary play from the Carolina Skyhawks. And now LA will be looking for a big bomb. 5 wide receivers out wide in tray open. And that is a throw, and that is going to be a few yards short for the LA Lycans. And I don't see this being within field goal range for Sid O'Lindy. 2 seasons under his belt in the SFL. I don't see this being a field goal attempt. But this could be a blessing in disguise. And we do see Amelia Grace coming out, number 1, the punter. So long as nothing dramatic happens here. We've seen the Skyhawks in the exact same position here, and they made the most of it, managed to disrupt the LA offense. And oh, that is such a shame. Excellent special teams play there from the punter. LA just needed to stop it short. They would literally have been on the goal line. And instead, it just about bobbles into the Carolina Skyhawks end zone. And it is going to be 1st and 10 from the Carolina Skyhawks 20-yard line. 3 wide receivers set out wide. And a halfback and a fullback set up ready. That is a juke, and that is a nice pickup around about 5 yards for the Carolina Skyhawks. Sudo Nakai really making an impact here in his first season with the Carolina Skyhawks, formerly of the Lone Star Glory. 2nd and 5 here for the Carolina Skyhawks. Home opener in this SFL season, and that is going to be a nice pickup there of around about 6 or 7 yards. Tori Hanzo averaging 3.7 yards per carry, and that is getting efficient use out of that fullback. And number 56 on the stop there for the LA Lycans. That is Chad Stinson, formerly of the Skyhawks. This is his first season in LA white, blue and yellow. TE flex here. That's going to be a big 5-step drop, and that is going to be a throw to the out route. And that is going to be a catch by number 11 of the Carolina Skyhawks, Sam Avelis. 5 seasons in the SFL and 5 seasons with the Carolina Skyhawks. Skyhawks coming out again in what appears to be TE flex, weak eye formation. And there's going to be a hand up the middle, and almost immediately covered, but excellent hustle there by Hattori Hanzo. Nearly gets up to the first down, but in the end, the referees will call it 3rd and inches. Three minutes 53 left on the clock, ticking down in the first half here at the Luxor Hotel HyperX Arena for this Las Vegas Bowl. And that is another first down for the Carolina Skyhawks, all the way up to the Carolina 48. Hattori Hanzo, 33 yards, 8 carries, so at a nice pace. Would like to see more out of him, and also Sudo Nakai is running back stablemate. But that is not going to be anything. Number 44 stuck at the line of scrimmage, and that was an excellent defensive play by number 20 of the LA Lycans, Rochelle Colston, the co-owner, with an excellent play there. Ace quads here for the Carolina Skyhawks. 5-step drop, and that is an interception for the LA Lycans. An excellent pick by number 20 of the LA Lycans, Rochelle Colston. We call her name again. Excellent interception there to cut off that slants route across the middle. And the LA Lycans right back in the driving seat in this first half, looking to retake the lead from this Carolina Skyhawks team. Weak eye formation here. This looks like spread rather than the TE flex that we've seen both of these teams come out in. 3-step drop. There's a throw to number 49 of the LA Lycans, Tommy Rahman, with the reception, and a nice pickup of around about 4 yards. So a defensive struggle here at the Carolina Skyhawks home in Raleigh, North Carolina. The LA Lycans will be looking to put a dent in that as they come out in an I formation here. 5-step drop. And that's a big catch for the LA Lycans. Number 86 on the reception there. That is Jack Flash, 2-time All-Star, an impact player when you need him. And Sully Richardson with an excellent throw up the middle there. Not afraid of that pressure, not afraid of that defensive coverage. And that will take us down to the 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL live from HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. And it's a pleasure to be joined by so many of our SFL family here at HyperX. Single back right here for the LA Lycans. 3 wide receivers split out wide, and the tight end there. That is going to be a run, and that was broken up almost immediately by the Carolina Skyhawks. Number 92 nearly gets on it, but in the end it will be Clint Hendershot. And that was an excellent play there, just trying to stifle Los Angeles Lycans. They're getting within field goal range here. I think this is achievable for Sid O'Lindy. But they'll try and get some more on the board. And that is bobbled and drops. Number 99 all over the receiver there. Tommy Rahman just unable to get his hands around it before the linebacker cut him off there. That was number 99, Shravan Prasad, with a big hit. The Carolina Skyhawks trying to stop the Los Angeles Lycans here from driving into the red zone. It's going to be a 5-wide receiver set here for the Lycans. Sully Richardson out of the shotgun to the out route, and that's going to pick up around about 5 yards. So that is going to be a good defensive stop from the Carolina Skyhawks. And you would expect Sid O'Lindy to come out on the field here and pick up 3 points. So Sid O'Lindy here with his spotter here. Nico Squirrel is going to be holding the snap. Snap is good. And the kick is up. And the kick is routine from 40 yards for Sid O'Lindy. The Los Angeles Lycans in what has been an extremely tight contest between these two teams. It's 6-7 to the Carolina Skyhawks. The LA Lycans drawing it just a bit closer. Another kick-off here for Sid O'Lindy of the LA Lycans. And that is away, kicking from right to left. Return here by the Carolina Skyhawks. And that is a duck, a dip, and a dodge. And that is going to be brought up to the Carolina Skyhawks 23-yard line. So Matt South comes back onto the field with it all to do here. It's a very close, tight game here between this Carolina Skyhawks team looking to open their season with a home win. We'll come out with two wide receivers here and a tight end. Their full set of running backs. And that is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Such a defensive struggle here between these two teams. And let's see if the LA Lycans can make anything on defense, try and create a turnover, try and put some pressure on this Carolina Skyhawks offense. Strong eye here for the Carolina Skyhawks. That is handed up the middle. That is up to the 27-yard line. 3rd and 6 here will come up for the Carolina Skyhawks. Number 48, Hattori Hanzo. 6-foot fullback. Generally see the fullbacks a little bit bigger, sort of tight end size, but we won't mind for Hattori Hanzo at all. He's been ticking over today, and he is ticking the ball over to the LA Lycans, and that is number 20 with the interception, and it is another interception for Rochelle Colston. And the LA Lycans really disrupting this Carolina Skyhawks offense. We called it out. We thought that they might put pressure up front and try and catch them out in the secondary. And Rochelle Colston is putting the team on her back here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Sully Richardson now under center after that turnover. 3-step drop, and that is a catch, and that is an excellent play. And the LA Lycans will take the timeout. And he's going to take it up to the Carolina 36-yard line. 20 seconds left on the clock. The LA Lycans with the 2 timeouts now. I formation here for LA. 2 wide receivers set out wide. And those linebackers for the Skyhawks are pushing up. And they just about dart back in time to disrupt that pass. Looked like Tommy Rahman was the intended receiver. Seeing him try and get that fullback involved in the passing game. And you could cut the tension in this stadium. A whole host of LA Lycans and Carolina Skyhawks fans watching this game here at the HyperX Arena. There's going to be a run up the strong side, and that is yet another excellent defensive play from the Carolina Skyhawks. Both LA and Carolina have had excellent defensive plays, and that is number 76 for the Carolina Skyhawks on the stop there. Bobo Cordell, that experienced defensive line, making a real impact. And LA they're gonna call it here. They're gonna take their money and run. They're gonna try and go for the field goal. Sid O'Lindy with the kick. And it is good, 54 yards, and it looked like it was coming up just short, but the number 2 makes the kick. He's been perfect today so far, and that is another 3 points. And LA take a whisker of a lead as we come to the end of this first half. LA kicking it off for what should be the final time in this first half here in Raleigh, North Carolina, home of the Carolina Skyhawks. And that is a big stop at the Carolina 26-yard line. Look at those stats for Rochelle Colston. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. An excellent day by any measure for a defensive back. And Rochelle Colston will be hoping to continue that hot streak of form. Carolina coming out in the I formation, looking to make something happen before the end of the half. Only 6 seconds left to do it, and that'll be a dart up the middle, and stutter step. That could have been a little bit more, but the Carolina Skyhawks running back, that was Sudo Nakai there on the play, just not able to make the most of it. And the Carolina Skyhawks, a little bit of a raucous crowd here. They wanted a little bit more out of their team, a little bit more ingenuity, a little bit more passion. And they've got one more play on this first half here, I believe. 3 seconds left for the full time. Now it's going to be a run up the strong side. There will be a first down, but that's just stats on the stat sheet for Sudo Nakai. And that will be the end of this first half. So Los Angeles Lycans up 9-7 as we enter the locker rooms. That is the end of the first half. And you have been watching the SFL Live from HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'm Liam Krauser, commentating on this opening clash of the SFL season between the LA Lycans and the Carolina Skyhawks. That is going to be a return for the Carolina Skyhawks, getting this ball coming into the second half. Nice return up to the 26-yard line. And that will bring Matt South back onto the field. So the Carolina Skyhawks, they are looking to make the playoffs for the first time since season 11. And under new ownership as well. Big shout out to James Klein. Huge fan of the SFL and supporter of the SFL. We hope he is keeping well. Throw out to the strong side there, and that's going to be a pickup. And look at those numbers for Matt South, just 31 yards on the game. Hardly impressive stats for Sully Richardson either, with just 110, but he's kept his shirt clean at least. And Matt South, would be expecting a lot more out of him as we enter the final stages of this game. Weak I formation here. There's going to be a run up the middle, and that's where Matt South's yardage has been going. It's been going to the fullback and the running back, Hattori Hanzo there, with a pickup of run about 5 yards, it looks like there. Split back set here for the Carolina Skyhawks. Want to see a little bit more out of them. Try and get outfield and not play so conservatively. But those words are not heeded here. It is another 4th down for the Carolina Skyhawks. And that was the linebacker for the LA Lycans, Tazzy Blackwell. Second season in the league and second season with the LA Lycans. And she will be happy with a nice stop there to bring up 4th and 2. Return here for the LA Lycans right up to their 37-yard line. So Sully Richardson and Logan Jack will come back out onto the field. Logan Jack's got to be happy with the current state of affairs. A 2-point lead is a slim one, but he will enjoy having the edge over his former team. 3 wide receivers set out wide, and the halfback, and it will be the halfback who runs it up the middle, and that will just be at the yard. Number 92 on the stop there for the Carolina Skyhawks. That is Phil Hall with the stop. 11 seasons in Carolina Skyhawks. Blue and red. Single back set here again, so it looks like LA are going to go back to the well. Let's see if they go for a pass here. No, they will go for the run again, and that will be a 3-yard gain. Both of these teams playing ultra conservative in this opening tie. It's difficult to know how other teams will come out against you, both on offense and defense in the first week of the season. There's no tape. Some of the teams are expansion teams, but we've got 2 established teams here. They're playing it super conservative. As a single back set, a 3-step drop for Sonny Richardson. That is a nice pickup. And a first down. That will take us to midfield. LA edging into Carolina Skyhawks territory. Weak power eye for the LA Lycans. And that is going to be a run. And it is going to be a stop. 2nd and 11 for the LA Lycans. Bobo Cordell with a tackle for loss there. And Cordell, formerly of the Lone Star Glory, a one-time All-Star. A lot of All-Star players in this Carolina Skyhawks defense. 6 to be precise. Shotgun set here for the LA Lycans. Play's going to go to the check down, and that is going to come up to 3rd down again. So both of these teams not had a lot of success on 3rd down conversions, but they'll be looking to make the most of this one, LA. They're in Carolina territory on the Carolina 44-yard line. 3rd and 4 here. 7 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. This is going to be strong IT flex for the LA Lycans. That's going to be a run up the middle, and it is another stop. 4th and 5 here for the LA Lycans, and the Carolina Skyhawks will bend, but they will not break, and they will get the ball back here. Six minutes 30 to go and ticking here in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's going to be a fair catch, so a decent field position kick for the LA Lycans. They push the Carolina Skyhawks back to within touchback range and a little bit more. Tori Hanzo with 45 yards from 12 carries. Ticking over okay, but you really want to see them start to pick up the pace here. Skyhawks will be looking to throw the ball a little bit more with this deficit. But they will go back to the run here. It's going to be a 2-yard gain for number 48, Hattori Hanzo. And they're just going to keep plugging away the Carolina Skyhawks. They're going to keep trying to grind this LA Lycans defense into dust. One wide receiver out wide, and the Lycans in a 4-3 here. And he's going to be a run up the middle. And he's got a first down and a little bit more. Number 44 of the Carolina Skyhawks, Sudo Nakai, with an excellent pickup there, around about 30 yards. And that will put Carolina right back into striking range of the LA half of the field. Really nice duck and dive there, and LA Lycans defenders just falling off of Sudo Nakai. And that will put the wind back into the Skyhawks' sails here as they come out with 2 wide receivers set out wide. 5-step drop from Matt South, and that's a catch, and that is an excellent pickup of yardage right into LA territory. And number 11 on the reception there, that was Sam Avelis with an excellent reception there off the throw from Matt South, and he's picking up that yardage now. Number 32 with a touchdown saving tackle for the LA Lycans, Jack Hacksaw. And Carolina are driving. Just 3 yards from the red zone. Split back set. And that is a run up the middle, and that is right into the red zone. Up to the LA 18-yard line. Hattori Hanzo with the run there. The Carolina Skyhawks now with 2 big plays. Really stepping on the gas here. We saw that Matt South has not had great production over the course of the game, but if he gets the W here, that will all be an irrelevance. Run up the middle there and blocked up at the defensive line, but a nice change of pace there from number 48, Hanzo, to get out wide and get to 3rd and 2. So LA looking to stop this offensive drive. Carolina in field goal range. They'll be looking to get a touchdown on the board. Going to change it up the line here, Matt South, and he's going to go for a 5-step drop. That's an out route, and that's a nice reception. And that is going to take it up to the LA 10-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They're not calling it 1st and goal, so they could get right up to the line. With Sudo Nakai and Hattori Hanzo, every possibility that they could get stopped just short, but then pound it in. So I'm expecting Matt South to really go to his running back stable, but it doesn't look like it here. They're going to come out in a quad set in shotgun. Take the snap, and that's an out route, and that is a nice pickup of yards. It was a lot of clear room for number 86, Vince DeSantis, but just not able to keep his feet in bounds and chugging up the field. But that will be another 6-yard gain for the Carolina Skyhawks. Time ticking away. The time is going to be of the essence here for both of these teams. They haven't been out of a single score all game. And that's just shown how well balanced these two teams are. And that is a touchdown for number 44, Sudo Nakai, the first touchdown of the Carolina Skyhawks season. And Sudo Nakai doing his end zone jig there. And that is an excellent touchdown there. They have been fighting for it all day, this Carolina Skyhawks team on the ground. Matt South has led this team extremely well. And he is really a field general. We've known this about Matt South. His experience in the league from a whole bunch of different seasons and tenure across different teams. He's bringing that here to Carolina, and he's really helping this team push forward. The extra point is good, and that will take the Carolina Skyhawks to a 14-9 lead. A little bit of an odd score here, but the LA Lycans know what they have to do. They have to get a touchdown. They have to get back in front of the Carolina Skyhawks. A field goal won't do for now, but a lot of time to play with. A whole 4th quarter left to go, and 3 minutes left in this 3rd quarter here. Returned by the LA Lycans up to the 21-yard line. And that is number 89 for the LA Lycans on the return. Shea Carroll, he had a little bit of a wobble earlier, but that was a pretty nice return up to the 21-yard line. These Carolina Skyhawks uniforms, almost jet black, that helmet shining against the floodlights. LA Lycans in a shotgun set. The snap is taken. That's a lot of pressure, and that is going to be a sack. And Sonny Richardson hits the ground. Christopher Cologne with an excellent sack there. And LA, nothing going right in this 2nd half so far. Sully just had nothing available to him, and he hits the dirt. Richardson dusts himself off. One-time All-Star in season 15. He comes out in a quad set out the shotgun. And that is more pressure on Sully Richardson. And he hits the ground again. Number 76 of the Carolina Skyhawks. Bobo Cordell with an excellent sack there. And 3rd and 21 for the LA Lycans. They just keep going backwards. And they'll go to the quad set again. And that is a reception. And it's a first down. From first and forever, it felt like, for this LA Lycans team. They have pulled out a first down out of their hat there. Elsie Pryor, an incredible effort there. Just manages to get behind number 47 of the Carolina Skyhawks. Lincoln Kingseed just deceived there. Another Lone Star Glory player for the Carolina Skyhawks, transferring over from them. And the Skyhawks surely won't be able to believe that. They can't let this transform into something worse. Out route there for the LA Lycans, and that is a reception for number 88. Chris Lee there with the reception, and that will give the LA Lycans a manageable 2nd and 4. 3 wide receivers set out wide for the LA Lycans. They'll be looking to keep up this pressure. 5-step drop. Pressure in Sully's face again. And that is a bobble, and that should have been a catch from number 26, Logan Jack. You would have expected him to catch that 9 times out of 10, but this was the 10. And Jack, he couldn't believe it himself. He's clapping his hands. He just can't believe that that's gone through his hands. So 3rd and 4 for the Lycans. 3rd down has been trouble for both of these teams all day. Such strong defense from both of these teams, and let's see what the Lycans can pull out here. But that's a 3-step drop, that is, and that's an out route to number 10. And that is an excellent first down there for the LA Lycans. Keep up that momentum after that incredible 3rd and forever reception from Elsie Pryor. Power eye here for the LA Lycans. And that is going to be a run. And it's going to be a 1-yard loss there. Wow, look at these numbers for both of these running backs. Logan Jack just 25 yards, and he won't be happy with that. He would have been happy about it. But if he gets the win, it will wipe away any of the stats that are on the books for him. That's all he'll care about. But Carolina Skyhawks defense has to turn up now. And there's an interception for the Carolina Skyhawks. And that is number, didn't catch the number there, but completely broken up play from the LA Lycans. And just diverted by number 99 of the Carolina Skyhawks. Shravan Prasad with an excellent interception there. Linebacker interceptions, you always love to see them. And now the Carolina Skyhawks will come back out. They'll be looking to put it to Logan Jack and that LA Lycans team. And that is going to be a gain of nothing, as it is 2nd and 10 for this Carolina Skyhawks offense. Rochelle Colston, 2 interceptions on the day, highlighted there by our next level cameras. And that is a step back from number 10. And there's another interception for number 25 of the LA Lycans. It's turnover central here in Carolina. And that was an excellent drop back coverage. And number 11 just overthrown Mike Scott there on the end. And that will bring up the 4th quarter. And it is an extremely close game between these two teams. You're watching the SFL live from HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. Split back set here for the LA Lycans after that turnover. And it is a back and forth battle. And that is a 1 yard gain for, well, number 99 looks a little bit unsteady on his feet there after making that tackle. Carolina Skyhawks linebacker Shravan Prasad, he picked the ball off and then he saw his team throw it right back. And he will be looking to pull the Carolina Skyhawks through this game. A 5-point lead currently, and LA come out in a single back set. Throw to the strong side, and that is up to the LA 34. 3rd and 4 here. And Logan Jack, his numbers here, he will have been extremely disappointed. Elsie Pryor on the bench here. They're going to come out in a very heavy set with 3rd and 4. Maybe try to take a little bit of that momentum. And they have a lot of momentum here. And they have a first down. Important 3rd and 4 pickup of the first down there for the LA Lycans. Number 26, ducking and diving. Logan Jack. His numbers have been all over the place here. We'll be happy with that production there. I'm sure his coaching staff on the sideline will be as well. Elsie Pryor, one of the bright spots for this LA Lycans team. Excellent stat line, as you can see there. Just a 1-drop pass. High set here for the Lycans. A lot of pressure. But he gets it out to number 82, Sully Richardson. To Elsie Pryor again. And that connection has been in sync all day long. Excellent night here in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina to be precise. And the Carolina Skyhawks, they have a slim lead. They have that important one possession lead. They have to keep control of this LA Lycans offense. It can go off at any time. And Logan Jack will be wanting to break out a big play here against his former team. He just needs that opportunity. 3rd and 6 here. Another important 3rd down here. They're going to come out in a shotgun quad set. Jack in the backfield alongside Sully Richardson. That is a drop back. That is a big throw. And that is another big interception for the Carolina Skyhawks. Number 42 on the pick. Davidson Joseph and the LA Lycans are just not in sync here. Sully Richardson with yet another pick. And the Carolina Skyhawks take it right back, and they're going to want to drive it downfield and really cement their lead here. 8 minutes 50 left on the clock. Carolina not in great field position after that interception, but they will pay no mind to that. They just want possession of that ball, and they are going to hand it off to their running back stable, Sudo Nakai and Hattori Hanzo. It's going to be a throw that will do the job there. That's a pickup of 5 yards. Number 11 on the reception. Matt South puts his numbers up to 81 yards on the day. It has been a pick frenzy for both of these teams. 3 picks for Matt South and the 2 for Sully Richardson. Very heavy set from the Carolina Skyhawks. Matt South drops back, 5-step drop, throws it out in the screen. There's a duck and a dive from number 44, Sudo Nakai, but not able to pick up anything more than a couple of yards. Clock ticking down, under 8 minutes, as the Carolina Skyhawks come out with the 2 wide receivers and the tight end just about split out wide. 5-step drop here from Matt South. A big bomb, and it is dropped! Unbelievable! Number 11 had all the field in the world if he had just caught that ball. And Sam Avalis will never see an easier touchdown drop out of his grasp. Matt South cannot believe that. That was an easy first down and much, much more. And I can see Matt South on the touchline with Sam, and he's just remonstrating with him right now. That was just an infuriating play for the Carolina Skyhawks. And it will set up LA in really good field position. LA on their own 39-yard line. 1st and 10 here. And they will come out with all the weapons in the world. Logan Jack, Tommy Rahman, Pryor Lee Carroll at that wide receiving core. And can't forget Jack Flash as well and those offensive linemen up front. Sully back in the shotgun. Couple of steps drop. And he throws it. That's a dangerous throw, but it is caught by number 86. Number 86 slow to get up. That was a dangerous, dangerous play there. And Jack Flash, the guy we just mentioned, 2-time All-Star, he had to use all of his experience to pull Sully Richardson out of what could be a really bad situation there. But the LA Lycans are going to keep their trust in Sully, and he's going to make the 5-step drop. He is under pressure, and that is dropped. An acrobatic attempt from Chris Lee there to try and get his hands on the ball. It's 3rd and 8, and LA Lycans just really struggling to make a dent in this Carolina Skyhawks defense at the moment. 5 wide receivers for Sully Richardson to connect with here. Let's see what he can do. There's a throw out to the out route receiver, number 88, Chris Lee, just not able to make the first down though. Nice pickup of yardage, but it won't even get LA into Carolina's territory. It is 4th and 1, and there's about 6 and a bit to go. They won't come out and try and force the issue. They're going to come out and punt. Snap is good, and the punt is away for the LA Lycans. Amelia Grace with a nice punt here. Punting and special teams has been a real key part of this game. And some of the major offensive drives have been from short yardage field positions where LA have been able to make the most of the field position that they've had rather than actually picking up more yardage. Very strong set here for the Carolina Skyhawks. They just want to clock this as much as possible. And that is a run up the middle, number 48. Hattori Hanzo runs it up the middle there. And that is a pickup of 4 yards. Carolina looking to deliver a first win under the ownership of the Prasad brothers. They'll come out in a 5 wide receiver set. Very adventurous. And that's an adventurous throw. And that was almost a pick. Number 22 of the LA Lycans breaks that play up. And Ryan Yosef, haven't called his name all that much today, but he made an excellent play to deflect that and stop the Carolina Skyhawks from delivering upon a big play. Quad set here for the Carolina Skyhawks. Let's keep an eye on that slants play. And they do go to a hot route there actually on the slant. Number 19 for the Skyhawks on the reception. That is Mario Luigi. And it's a me with the reception there. Split back set for the Carolina Skyhawks. And they are going to try and run it out again. And it is a 2-yard gain. So LA, it's not panic mode yet for LA. They got all 3 timeouts. They got 5 minutes on the clock. The clock is ticking down. And Carolina have some really effective options at both halfback and fullback that they can go to. Well, this game is not over yet. Just a single score, 5 points. You get a touchdown, you win the game. That's what LA will be thinking right now. Carolina, on the other hand, if they pick up any points at all, that really puts them in the driver's seat. Pseudo Nakai, one of the most effective rushers today, 73 yards on a dozen carries. And the Carolina Skyhawks just plugging away here. 3rd and 8. They need to make another 3rd down conversion. LA playing back a bit. They're not playing right up on the line. But Carolina are going to milk this clock. A lot of pressure, and the pressure showed, nearly hitting one of the players on the LA sideline there rather than the intended receiver. Matt South. It's been an up and down day for Matt South. But if they get the win, he will wipe that all away. Look at the tape, figure out what better to do next week with the game plan. But Carolina pushing onwards and with a lead here, trying to hold tight onto that lead. Big old punt from the Carolina Skyhawks. Malone Brown, a rookie punter on this Skyhawks team. And that will bring the LA Lycans back onto the field. Points needed for the Lycans to get back into this game. 19 carries for Logan Jack on the day, 33 yards. He will be extremely disappointed with his performance today. If he can make that touchdown that brings LA back into the lead, that will be all that he cares about. 3-step drop. And that is a dangerous throw. And it is bobbled all over the place. And that is a catch. That is a 1st and 10 for the LA Lycans, number 86. And you have to believe that the referees will be looking at this one. Did it survive the ground? I think it did. Number 86 with an amazing reception. Jack Flash of the LA Lycans. And the LA Lycans coming out in their hurry-up offense now. 3-step drop from Sully. It's another big throw. And it's another big catch for Jack Flash. And he is lighting the way for this Lycans offense late in the 4th quarter. Jack Flash is making it all happen on this drive. A 2-time All-Star is lighting the way. And LA in striking distance of the red zone. And that is going to get them in there. And a little bit more. That is all the way up to the 9-yard line of the Carolina Skyhawks. And LA within striking distance of a touchdown. Logan Jack with a nice pickup of yardage there. Just breaks the tackle there of number 43 of the Skyhawks. Kane Vasquez, a veteran strong safety in this league. 10 seasons in the league, but he was made to look like a fool there by Logan Jack. 3 wide receivers set out wide for the LA Lycans, and that is a dangerous throw, but it is a catch on a reception, and that takes it right up to the Carolina 3-yard line. Another reception on the day for Elsie Pryor, nearly 100 yards on the day. I want an excellent performance from Elsie Pryor. Shotgun set here for Sully Richardson. He is looking to slam that door down and put Carolina right back into trouble. He takes the snap. He's running around. He's in danger. And that is a dangerous throw. And it is deflected. 3rd and goal for the LA Lycans. And this is really, really dangerous territory now for LA. You've got to think that this is going to be 2 plays here. They won't be able to take the field goal. That will only put them within 2. And you can't bank on a safety. Sully comes back out. LA's fate is in his hands. Single back set with 3 wide receivers. A 3-step drop. And that's a throw. And that's nearly picked off. And Chris Lee. I want it in my hands, Sully. I want it in my hands. But Wyatt there for the Carolina Skyhawks on the deflection. Monte White, the free safety, just playing up there and making excellent deflection. I formation here. It is do or die now for the LA Lycans. It's going to be a run. He's not going to make it. And this Carolina Skyhawks crowd are absolutely rocking. Vasquez on the stop there again. And number 43 stops Logan Jack and stops what could have been a game-winning touchdown for the LA Lycans. But it's not over yet. Carolina in dangerous territory here. They can't afford to give up a safety. That would give LA the chance to get back into the game and win it with a field goal. That is dangerous. That is a throw. And that is out of bounds. And Matt South under real pressure there. And just unable to find any receivers. And nearly a safety there that would get LA right back into the driving seat. But that's also beneficial for LA. They've caused the Skyhawks to stop the clock again with 2 minutes 28 left in this fourth quarter. And that is going to be a run, and that is going to be just a single yard gained. And we have seen a lot of pressure put on special teams, a lot of pressure put on these punt units. And this is extremely dangerous here for the Carolina Skyhawks. The clock is ticking, and it will tick down to the 2-minute warning. I would not expect the Carolina Skyhawks to run a play here. Maybe trying to get LA to jump offside. But that will bring up the 2-minute warning here. It has been a defensive struggle between these two tenured franchises of the Simulation Football League. And you're watching the SFL live from HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. Carolina, third down. If they can pick up a first down here, it might be good night for LA. But that could be good night for Carolina. If that had been a pick, LA would be almost certainly in with a chance of a pick six. Ryan Yosef, excellent deflection there. And we've seen him a few times in this second half. He will be cursing his luck not to get his hands right around that. But it will bring up a fourth down, and LA will have another chance. LA Lycans will send everything and the kitchen sink at the punter. Well, they won't reach him, but it will be good field position. It will be on the Carolina 31-yard line. We're in the last 2 minutes of this SFL opening week matchup. I'm Liam Krauser, and it's been a pleasure to have you join us here at the HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. LA, what could be their final drive. I think they've got another one in them, but let's see what they can do here. They have to score. That is a catch, and that will be... They're not going to go into the hurry-ups. This is really dangerous. They have enough time if they don't get a score here, and they can get the ball back. But they're going to be banking on getting a touchdown here. Chris Lee on the reception. And it looks like LA taking a bit more emphasis now. It's an I formation, not an advantageous passing set, but let's see what Sully can do. He is going to run it. And they go into the hurry-up here. This is dangerous for both teams. Let's see what we can do here on the LA offensive drive. What could be their last offensive drive. And that is an out route, and that is a first down. With a minute 5 left to go on the clock here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Jack Flash managing to pick up that first down, and Carolina once again in very dangerous territory here. Sully Richardson under center, trying to lead his team to a comeback victory. And that is going to be a run, and it is going to be 2nd and 10, and LA are going to have to call that timeout. hoping that Logan Jack, it's not been working for him all day. He's picked up a few first downs, but he's not been as effective as the LA Lycans would like from their new running back. Just 5'11", not someone that you're necessarily going to see barging defensive linemen out of the way. 3-step drop from Sully. That's a throw, that's a catch, and that's a touchdown for the LA Lycans. And they take the lead with less than 2 minutes to go in the final quarter of this opening week matchup. And the Carolina Skyhawks are right back to step one. They have to get points on the board. A field goal will do for the Carolina Skyhawks. We've got to expect that the LA Lycans will come out and attempt the 2-point conversion, and they will. Strong power I here. That is going to be a run, and it is going to be stopped. So the LA Lycans, it has been so close all day for both of these teams. And we now see the LA Lycans take a 1-point lead with 35 seconds left to go. The Carolina Skyhawks, they have all their timeouts. They will need to make the most of them to get back into field goal range and to win this game in front of their hometown fans here in Raleigh. Kick away from Sid O'Lindy. That is going to be returned to the Carolina 24. And that is where they will have to make the drive that will win this game. Carolina have an experienced leg in Whistle Jones. 6 seasons in the SFL. And every opportunity to make himself and Matt South a hero. But they have to drive at least 50 yards, you would think, to be guaranteed that shot. 3-step drop here from Carolina. That is a throw. It is bubbled up. And it's all over the place. It's still going. And it is dropped. Oh my word, have you ever seen anything like that? LA had the chance to win literally on their backs. And they could not take it. And Matt South must be counting his lucky stars after that. He'll come out into gun straight and think anything will be better than what just happened to me. Barring a pick six, maybe. He'll get the throw out of the shotgun, and that is going to be dropped, and it is going to be 3rd and 10. Carolina still have all their timeouts, but there is so little time left on the clock. 18 seconds left here. And LA are looking in position to make an incredible comeback win here after being down for so long in this game. Logan Jack potentially securing a win against his former team. Gun straight here for Matt South. He takes the snap. He takes a long throw. And he gets a catch from his wide receiver. And that is going to be a timeout. 12 seconds left on the clock. He just needs field goal range. Excellent reception there. Matt South doing what needs to be done. An 89 on the reception. Harish Prasad putting Carolina back in with a chance after a difficult 3rd down there. So Carolina remain alive. Just 12 seconds. And they are driving. Matt South's going to change it up the line. He takes the snap. It's an out route. And did he get out of bounds? R62 says he did. That's 9 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 5. And they are into LA territory. Matt South here looking to get the Carolina Skyhawks back into the edge in front in this game. Split back set here. 3 wide receivers out wide for the Carolina Skyhawks, and they'll need them. 3-step drop. That is a throw. That is a catch. That is a 1st down. It is a timeout. 5 seconds left on the clock for the Carolina Skyhawks to try and make something here. I don't think this is field goal range. They may end up going for the Hail Mary. Let's see what they come out with. And timeouts really an irrelevance here, and it looks like Hail Mary formation here for the Carolina Skyhawks. And that is going to be a sack to end the game for the LA Lycans. No, 1 second left on the clock. They called the timeout just in time. All that pressure in Matt South's face. And Carolina, Harish Prasad on the sideline and on the field, infuriated. Look at that face on that man right there. He is not happy with what he's seen from his offense on this drive. Last chance saloon for the Carolina Skyhawks. Takes a snap, a lot of pressure. He throws it, it's deep. And it's intercepted by the Los Angeles Lycans, and that will do it for this opening week matchup between LA and Carolina. And LA with a late come-from-behind win, 15-14 against the Carolina Skyhawks team that was trying to fend off Logan Jack. And Logan Jack will go home with the victory. The LA Lycans will be celebrating all the way back to the West Coast. Just looking at some of these stats here. 262 yards on the day from Richardson, and that's really what made the difference here. Logan Jack's rushing numbers were just simply not up to his standard. And it was a game of defensive struggle here at the HyperX Arena, where we are enjoying the SFL convention. Excellent late passing here from the LA Lycans offense to bring them right back into this game. Richardson with a dart there to number 82. Elsie Pryor was present all day today, potentially looking for player of the game. Wide receivers generally get that accolade when their numbers have been outstanding, and you certainly can say that about Pryor today. And it is indeed Elsie Pryor. 9 receptions, 92 yards, 1 touchdown, and 10.2 yards per catch. And that will do it for us from the David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium. I've been Liam Crowther. It's been a pleasure to bring to you this opening week matchup in the SFL. And I will see you in week 2.